Hey guys, Andrew Strout here in the sideboard. I'm here with Garett Young.
How you doing?
I am doing fantastic, and you are doing fantastic too. Now you are not playing in the Standard Open.
No.
You are playing in the Modern 5K Premier IQ.
Correct.
So I walked by and I saw some shenanigans over there.
Having a good time.
I just had to pull you into the booth and talk about this deck. You're playing a Necrotic Ooze combo deck.
Correct.
So let's start from the top. What does this deck do exactly?
Okay, so the goal of the deck is to put a Gristlebrand or a Borborygmos into the graveyard and utilize them with Necrotic Ooze, utilizing their activated abilities, or put them into play with Goryo's Vengeance.
Okay. So of course, Necrotic Ooze gains all the abilities of creatures that are in your graveyard, which means if you have
all graveyards.
In all graveyards. Okay, so you can piggyback off your opponent's Gristlebrands if it comes to that.
Absolutely.
But the goal then is to, if you have Gristlebrand in your graveyard, Necrotic Ooze lets you pay 7 and draw 7.
Yep.
And Borborygmos lets you throw all those lands that you draw at your opponent.
Yep. It's a 1.5 Seismic Assault.
All right. So tell me a little about how you're enabling all of this.
Okay. So the best card in the deck's Gristly Salvage. It's the only reason to play green, really. That and sideboard cards. You got Gristly Salvage, putting cards in the graveyard. We got Faithless Looting. We got Zombie Infestation, which is really like a pseudo Empty the Warrens.
Sure.
Once you got a Gristlebrand, and we got 4 Lightning Axe, which destroys everything in the format.
Okay. So just 1 mana, like removal spell plus put a creature in the graveyard.
Right.
All right. And then in addition to the Borborygmos, you mentioned you have 4 Soul Spikes.
Yes.
So this is is this the primary win condition, or?
The Soul Spikes are to, they're like free kill spells for a Scavenging Ooze, free kill spells for what was a Deathrite Shaman.
Okay.
It gains 4 life, it mitigates burn and such.
Okay.
It also makes Twin an amazing matchup. They never see a free kill spell.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about how you think you're positioned here speed-wise. It seems like this deck is all action in terms of getting your combo online.
Right. This deck is all gas. This deck is capable of a turn 1 win. Very commonly has turn 2 wins.
Well, let's back up here. Walk us through the turn 1 win. Hang
okay.
on.
Okay.
I gotta hear about this.
A turn 1 win starts with 2 Simian Spirit Guides.
Okay.
A Faithless Looting, a Gristlebrand, a Goryo's Vengeance.
Okay.
A Black Source.
Okay. So looting, put the Gristlebrand into play.
Off the Spirit Guide.
Off the Spirit Guide, and then Spirit Guide plus land, use Goryos to put Gristlebrand into play.
Correct.
And then we draw a bunch.
Yes, attack them for 7, draw 21 cards, and hopefully hit 4 Soul Spikes.
Okay. All right.
Make them dead.
It seems like a little bit of a tall order, but I guess we're drawing 21 cards, so anything is possible when we draw 21 cards. All right. I want to talk a little bit about some of these, some one-ubs that are kind of fancy here. One Burial Rites. That's for value. I suppose.
that's just a 9th Necrotic Ooze / Goryo's Vengeance. You get some value off of Gristly Salvage.
All right. And then the other one this one I particularly liked. 1 Jared's Orders.
Oh, it's just a 1-card combo. You put the Gristlebrand in the graveyard. You put the Necrotic Ooze in your hand. It's the best Entomb effect in the format aside from Gifts Ungiven.
Sure. Okay.
What more can you ask?
All right, so let's. Your sideboard is mostly just sideboard cards.
Yeah,
we got the obvious, the Thought Seizes, the removal spells. 1 card that really stood out to me though: 4 Pack Rat out of the board.
Okay, so let me talk to you about these Pack Rats. This deck struggles with Rest in Peace, Leyline of the Void, stuff of that nature, and like truly dedicated control decks.
Okay.
They're going to pull out all their Lightning Bolts and most of their Path to Exiles for conventional counter magic.
Sure.
If I can just flop a Pack Rat on turn 2, it's still a discard outlet for my Gristlebrands and such, and make them react.
So it doesn't even really step away from the primary plan.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But we're still it's like the old Phyrexian Negator, like Ritual Negator, except we're Pack Ratting people.
Right. Exactly. Okay. And if they do have a Rest in Peace, you played Standard.
Sure, and we all remember Pack Rat and Standard. So sweet to see it kind of getting some legs in Eternal formats.
It's something to do.
All right. What are you hoping to play against when you're playing a deck like this?
My best matchups are Twin and Pod.
Okay.
The Pod decks have no clue that Necrotic Ooze copies their creatures as well.
Sure.
So when I kill their Scavenging Ooze, I now have a Scavenging Ooze Necrotic Ooze.
All right.
I'm tapping it for mana. They have no clue what's happening.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, what about? I know you mentioned that like the blue control decks are kind of tough. Well, is that your worst matchup? What else are you hoping to avoid?
My worst matchups are Burn. Burn
right.
and Blue Red Delver, definitely the worst matchups. Blue Red Delver can be mitigated with the Lightning Axe. Generally, they're just riding 1 or 2 dudes. And if you can stop a turn 1 Delver with a Lightning Axe.
Okay. All right. Well, Garett, thanks for sitting down with me and
thank you very much.
Walking through this this piece of work.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Stick around. We've got plenty more coverage coming of the Standard Open here in Columbus.
Have a great day.